What's up, everybody? What's going on? I know it's been a minute. I have not been on these YouTube streets in quite a while. Last time I came on here, I had a sty. Now I was wearing glasses on the live. But I'm back. I'm back and I'm better. I'm back and I'm better. So we here, family. We back. Your girl's back. I'm back. I'm back. And I'm not going to be reading y'all comments because I know what time it is. But I hope you guys have had, I see John in the comments. So I see some beautiful things. I see the Gotti show. What's going on with you, sir? Tribal. What's up? John. Hey, John. Hey, Jorge. What's up? Trayshawn. What's up, everybody? I missed y'all. I did. I missed you guys. You know what, y'all? There's a light. I'm going to turn off that light. I feel like that light is just, I don't like the way it makes me look. Hold on. I'm going to see what that does because I don't like the way that, I don't know. It's like lighting is like, y'all, one day I'm going to have a professional lighting. Okay? I'm going to have like a real situation. I don't have to be doing all this. Let me turn on the other light because that didn't work. Let me turn on the other one. Let me turn this one off then. See what that does. I just don't like, that's better. That's better, actually. That's way better. The other light was doing something. This is way better. Way better. Okay. Way better light. But yeah, y'all, what's up, family? I miss you guys. It's been so long. So don't judge me because my tree is still up. Because, yeah. I can't take it down. My 6-year-old is not letting me. But I'm back. I missed y'all. Okay, I missed y'all. So I am going to go live again on Wednesday. We are going to be talking about something that I saw online that really, really ticked me off. So you don't want to miss that one. Let's go ahead and hit this like button. We got 70 people in the chat. I have something to say. And so we gonna go in. Okay? So go ahead and make sure you tune in on Wednesday because I'ma light it up. I'ma light it up, baby. I'ma light it up. So again, if you guys don't know, some people are in the chat and you guys are like, who am I? I'm Samantha Lee. I'm Samantha Lee from Love Samantha Lee. I have had a channel, YouTube channel for about 2 years now. I talk about relationships, spirituality, mostly relationships. My background is I'm a therapist by trade. I went to the University of Georgia, got my degree there, got my master's there. I work full time as a clinician for a nonprofit here in Georgia, but online on my part-time side, I guess my jobs is creating content for you guys. And so I go live. I create content on 4 different platforms. And I actually encourage everybody to start creating content on other platforms as well to create other streams of income. I mean, I really do. I have a podcast called More Than Just Pretty Podcast. So outside of the 4 different sites that I post to as far as, my opinion, okay, my opinion, I have a podcast called More Than Just Pretty Podcast. So yes, I do know what I'm talking about. I went to school for it. I'm educated for it. So that's where my opinions come from. Also, I have a lot of experience, and I speak on that. So I will be speaking to that as well. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. I love talking about all different kinds of stuff related to relationships. I am going to start talking a little bit about sports. I think I might go live once in a while and talk about sports because y'all don't know that about me, but I love basketball. So I think I might start sharing just going back and forth with y'all and talking sports, maybe, and just do it like this way. And just talk with y'all and see where that goes. Because I do love basketball. I love talking about it with other people. So, anyway, we're going to talk about tonight. There's one thing that really, really, I was talking to a friend of mine the other night, And this really set me off, okay? Because I don't think a lot of people are talking enough about this particular thing, all right? So here's my bone to pick, family. Here's my bone to pick. So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very transparent. I have been a victim of this mentality as well. I have been a victim of this mentality as well. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I have been a victim of this mentality as well. We are living in a culture right now that is pushing an agenda, and I think that it's detrimental. And I also understand the other side of this, so I'm going to speak to that as well. But we're pushing a single agenda, a single agenda. And y'all forgive me for the way, I'll explain that later. But our society is pushing a single agenda. And it's detrimental. I know I posted this on social media, on Instagram. A lot of people were like, it's only for Black and brown community. Why are you only speaking to the Black and brown community? Well, that's because I'm a part of that community. I'm affected by that community because I'm a part of that community. And so I'm speaking to that community, but this is a bigger issue. Okay. I hate the way that at this point in time, there's an agenda that's being pushed, and it's not for your betterment. It's not to make you better men by keeping y'all single. It's not to make women better women by keeping women single. It's to keep the powers at be to remain in power. That's my point. Because at the end of the day, y'all can feel however you want to feel. But the most married group of people are the richest group of people. The most married race is the richest race. 86% of billionaires are married. 85% of millionaires are married. So when we're listening to music that is advocating for people to remain single, and we got women that are out here, oh, we single hot girl summer, ba, 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 ba. I'm not going to listen to no man. I'm not going to be submissive. I had comments where women was like, I'm not going to be, the Black men say they don't want us. And y'all, this is what I'm saying to y'all. Division is happening because we are more powerful when we are together. So all of this division, all of this rhetoric, there's a reason for it. There's an agenda. And so when people are saying like, oh, why men are choosing this and the men are, no, your mentality is coming from propaganda that's causing you to think this way and then therefore conduct yourself in a way. We think we have way more power than we do, but we don't. And so I personally, I was marinating on this because I like the beginning of the year, Pam came over and we were talking about just vision boards, watching The Secret, just kind of getting our spirits together, getting our minds prepared for the next year, because I'm believing for greater and better and new chapters and things of that nature. And so I started like putting pictures together and like really understanding like different aspects of myself and things that I'm marinating what I'm thinking about, like thinking about what I'm thinking about, what am I attracting to myself? And I realized I was attracting a lot of what I was anxious about because I spent a lot of time thinking about the what ifs and ruminating on the what ifs and why the what ifs would happen and things like that. And so in all of that happening, I started thinking about just even content that I was creating. or the content that I was creating content about was about singleness. The music that is being put out there is about singleness. Even now, you have a lot of the artists that are coming out or that are rappers, female rappers, they're not married, but they're pregnant. No shade, no disrespect. Not everybody wants to get married, I understand. But it's an agenda that's being put out to a community. And it is meant, in my opinion, I feel like there's a deeper things that are going on to keep the powers that be remain in power. And it's meant to keep our society in this dog-eat-dog mentality where I don't want to be with no woman. She's gonna try to take all my money. And I don't want to be with no man. He's trying to control me. He's just trying to stop my flow. It's like we got this toxic mentality that we just think that everybody's out to get us. We just do. We just have this toxic mentality. And it keeps us single, alone. And then you end up choosing somebody. And then because you believe this about the opposite sex, you end up choosing that type of person. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then you mad at the world. No, you should be mad at you because you decided you were going to think certain thoughts and entertain certain thoughts. And then get mad at everybody else when you decided you were going to think these things. Women in my comments talking about they okay being single. No, you're not. You're not okay being single. Men don't want no quality women. Yes, they do. Every man want a quality woman. They just can't find one. Very hard to find when the music that we're listening to, which y'all, if you don't get nothing else from this live, music is one of the most effective mediums to convey messages to us subconsciously. Right? You can listen to music, literally go on YouTube right now and say, music that calms me down, music that wakes me up, music that gets me inspired, music that gets me to work. You could put music, and music has power. And so when you put subliminal messaging in music, whether you want the message or not, it's coming to you. And so when you don't monitor what you're listening to and you're not thinking about what you're thinking about, you can start internalizing messages without even thinking about it. So now you got a whole generation of young people, and I have young men come to me and be like, why are these girls playing games? What are they listening to? Who are their influences? Who are their influences? They don't have good influences. They're not listening to women that are up, that aren't playing games. Even if they're in solid relationships, they're acting like they not. Even if they're married, they're acting like they single. Isn't that crazy when you have married women that you know are married presenting themselves as single in order to sell a record, in order for the machine to get behind them? It's an agenda, family. It's an agenda. There's a reason. You've got, and I'm not even just talking about women. We can talk about men. I love Usher. And listen, I'm not even, whatever. But, he's sexualized. I hope that doesn't cut me off. But he is. And he's singing music about being single. He's putting out music that he knows will get pushed by the machine. And it does. It's effective. But it's not a reflection of who he is as a person for real. He's doing what he has to do. So yeah, I'm coming on here because I think that there's a part of me, if I'm being honest with you, I was raised by a mom that was very, very independent. I don't fault her for that. Because I'm glad that she is. I'm very hardworking. As I stated, I have multiple jobs. I work very, very hard. But there's a certain aspect of when especially, you wanting to get married and things like that. Like, that was not a desire for me like that. And I think that was just the influences I had at the time. I'm being honest. I think that, with that being said, I'm not saying everybody should get married. That's not what I'm saying. Because not everybody should. Not everybody needs to. However, I think that the agenda for me is what we need to expose. Because I don't think it's a healthy mentality to have. We're more lost. We're dealing with more drug issues, more loneliness is a secret pandemic. We're not connected. People are not having fulfilling relationships. And mental health is struggling. Like, there are real consequences for this revolution of not really connecting. Somebody said, "Could you stop working hard and actually get to know someone deeply?" I want to. In 2025, I've decided that I am gonna make that a priority for myself in this year. I am gonna make a priority for myself. I have that desire now, to want to fall in love and really love somebody and allow myself to be loved by somebody. I have that desire in my heart. Now, I've been hurt and I've been betrayed and I've experienced those things, but I think I've come to a place now where I'm open for that now. But I think that I think that in this transition of thought, I'm like, I can't come on here and promote an agenda knowing what the agenda is and why it's that. I can't sit on here and tell women, oh, stay single, or men stay single. No, because that's not that's what they want. That's what they want. Now, if you want to stay single, be single. If that's genuinely what you want, it's not big bad wolf talk of like, oh, I just gonna be single. If it's genuinely what you desire and you feel like you're better by yourself, cool. I don't have no problem with that. That's between you and you. Maybe one day you desire that, maybe you don't. But I don't want that to be something that you're doing because you're being influenced to do that. Because right now, that is the push. That is what society wants for you to do, is to be single. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want women to be, unfortunately, unrealistic. I have a video coming out about that this week, about men and women. I might as well say it on the live, where they talking about not everybody can be a 1%er. Not everybody can be high value. Not everybody can be top of the food chain. It's just impossible, right? There's going to be some people that make it and some people that don't. This is the nature of life. Survival of the daggone fittest. Okay? So to me personally, we got a lot of people saying they are things they're not. There's a thorn in the bush. There are men that tell me, oh, I'm a 1%er. I'm like, are you really? Yeah, I am. I'm blah, 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 blah. And I have blah, 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 blah. If you got to run off the statistics as to why you're a one percenter, you're probably not a one percenter. I talked to a woman. Oh, I'm a high value woman because blah, 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 blah. And I blah, 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 blah. And I blah, 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 blah. Well, if you're doing that, you're probably not a one percenter. Most of the time, family. Here, let me tell y'all, let me give y'all a secret. If I want to go sell my car right now, I love my car. I love my car. Right? Love her. I've already thought about, I do want to get another car in the future, but I love my baby. Love her. I could put my car out on the market and I could put a price on my car. I could say, car, this is what you deserve because you've been a real one. You've been riding with me all this time. You deserve the world, baby girl. So I'm going to put this price on the daggone car. Right? Now, again, please don't take offense to this because this is not me. This is an example. Purely an example, family. Purely an example. I put the price tag on the car. Now, if no one buys the car, don't tell me if someone came to the lot, they looked at the car and they left. I'm saying if no one takes the car off my hands, if no one buys the car for that price and I want to sell the car, then I have to adjust the price. That even though I might think that my car is worth whatever, but if the consumer is not willing to pay that amount for that car, then is it really worth what I think it is? Let's get these likes up, family. It's 66 people in here. It's 66 people in here. We need, excuse me. There's 313 people in here and 66 likes. We need to get the likes up, family. 66. Let's get by the end of this live, which I'm going to be on here for another 22 minutes. We need to go ahead and the goal should be at least 250 likes. Let's get 250 likes. This is the goal, family. Thank you so much for everybody. It's for the free 99, meaning it costs nothing to you and it helps us in the algorithm. I've taken a bit of a break and I'm thankful for that. But if you could get the likes up to 250, that'd be so great. I'll be so grateful. That is my goal for this live, 250. Okay. No, free 99 meaning it's free. It's free 99, which means it doesn't cost you a thing. Back to my point, family. Back to my point. Whew, let me adjust myself, y'all. So guys, let me tell you y'all this ain't got nothing to do with what I was talking about, but we're here, so if you're watching, it is what it is. When I eat bad, like I get blisters on my tongue. When I eat bad, like my mouth reacts to like salt. Like I don't know what that is. Like I get like, it hurts. Like when I eat poorly. I think it's because I don't normally eat badly, but like I'm uncomfortable. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's probably gonna help me lose weight. You know what I'm saying? It's like and the thing is, I love salt. I do have an allergy. But I like salt. Like I love pretzels. I love all those things. But I like it. Like I like it. Like what am I gonna do? Like I like Cheez-Its, extra toasted Cheez-Its. Like what? Y'all see my dance? That's my extra toasted Cheez-It dance. Ooh, sugar now. Y'all see the dance with us? Okay, sorry. My bad. Okay, back to what I was saying. For the extra toasty cheeses, ooh, go there. Anyway, I'm playing, y'all. I play. Okay, back to what I was saying. So back to what I was saying. My bad. I'm being a joker. I'm being a joker. Okay. That's what I was saying. Sorry. Back to what I was saying. So somebody said in the chat, this woman has a New York accent-ish. I'm from New Jersey. I'm originally from New Jersey, but I moved to Georgia when I was like 13. So I've been here most of my life. So you might as well say I'm a Southern girl, but I was born in Jersey. I did notice you. I am not a city girl. I do not like the city at all. I'm a suburban girl. Suburban girl. Y'all remember that Michael Jackson song? She came in, she changed my world. Anyway, besides the point. So back to what I was talking about. So we got 107 likes again, y'all. You know the likes is got to be 250. 250 likes to get is my goal for the live tonight. Did you know that somebody said that they want to be on a farm? You know that I used to ride horses. I was like a championship horseback rider. Did y'all know that? And when I say championship, I was in one competition. I was in one competition. But I was great. I was in, well, not one. I was in multiple competitions, but I wasn't like a championship because I didn't like make it past that. It's besides the point. I used to ride Western, Southern, there's Western Standard, and then you can go without like a saddle, and they teach you how to do that. I don't exactly remember what that was called, but anyway, yeah, no, I used to be great at it. I love riding horses. I want to get back into riding horses. It was amazing for me. I think that once I kind of once I figure out what I'm doing, as far as like, I got so much stuff going on. Once I figure out, like hone in, I want to get back into horseback riding. I think me and my daughter will do it together. I rode a horse named Ace. Okay, anyway, that's besides the point, you guys. Let's keep it moving. So I was saying, as we went back to the car example, I cannot say to the consumer on some level determines the price, determines what I get for my car, right? If no one's willing to pay the price that I put out for my car, there might be some people that test drive the car, but they never actually take it off the lot. They never actually buy it, right? And I can't count people test driving the car as, oh, somebody want me. No, like if somebody is going to actually buy the car, is there somebody who's really willing to buy it? And if there's no one that's willing to buy it at the price that you listed at, then you have to reevaluate whether or not that's the right price for the car if you really want to sell it. Otherwise, you just keep the car and try to sell it at another time when you feel like it's a better market for the car. But again, it's all dependent upon the consumer. My issue is that in today's society, what we do is that we determine our own value, which is fine. I know my value as a human being. There are just certain things that I am and am not going to deal with, period. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what goes on. And there are just certain parameters I have for myself as a human being I will not tolerate, period. And I suggest that for anybody. Like if there's a certain level of disrespect, I'm out. I don't care what the situation is. Level of inconsistency, okay, cool. You can go play with them, but you ain't playing with me. Because I understand, based upon my experiences, that time is of the essence. We don't have time. We act like we got just a limitless amount of time. Time does not belong to us. It just doesn't. I could be here today and gone tomorrow. So anyway, that's my whole point. So when people come to me and they tell me what they are and what they're not, I feel like that's not fair, because if you're trying to get at me, I determine whether or not you're high value to me. And if you're a 1%er, more times than not, a 1%er don't have to speak. The 1%er got options upon options. They don't have to say or sell who they are. You already know who they are. You already know they're high value. You already know there's a sense, whether it's from their aura or it's from where you meet them, how they present themselves. There's something about them. You already know they're high value. What makes somebody high value? High value, in my opinion, it's not about whether or not they're great people or whatever. We can go into character and things like that, because I do think that is a high. I really don't like the high value conversation anyway. Like, that's kind of like annoying, whatever. I just don't like when people try to label themselves what they are. Like, a woman can't tell a man, hey, no, I'm the creme de la creme. Look, he tells you, he determines whether or not you creme de la creme. You can't come into the dating market and say, I'm deserving of, whatever. The reality is the market determines that for you. And a lot of people are starting to feel like who is in their league they're settling for who's in their league. And that's a problem for me. It's like, oh, ew, what is that? That's your league. That's your speed, sis. That's your speed, bro. I saw a video the other day, and that's what I'm going to react to on Wednesday. He reacting to this girl, and I'm like, yo, that is like 100% your speed. Like, you're downing your girl publicly, but that is your speed. She's your lane. She is your league. The women that you were trying to get, that you thought were this, and this, the reason why you weren't getting the best energy from them is because they were out of your league. And now, I'm not saying that you can't there's men that, I think leagues are interchangeable, family. I'm not saying that it's finite. You don't have to stay in your league. I think women, unfortunately, we're more stuck in our league more so than men are, if we're being honest. Men can move leagues based upon different aspects, whether it's swag, whether it's, finances, whether it's, their game, their charisma, their personality, they're funny, all those different things. Like, you can move lanes as a man. As a woman, you're kind of stuck in your lane because it's your looks and then your personality. It's more like looks primarily and then everything else, right? And so I say, to me personally, I think a lot of the rhetoric that's out here is just very damaging. It just is. Because it's like people that will say, oh, this, that, and the third. Y'all can come. There are certain truths when it comes to who is what in the dating market, as far as what is what, as far as high value. And a lot of times when you assume somebody has a lot of options, they're probably high value. If you come to somebody, you're like, you probably got a lot of options. You probably talk to a lot of people. Everybody's trying to talk to you. If you think that about somebody, that's a high value person. That's your get. That's how you know. If you didn't know, that's how you know. That's how you know. If they're considered high value to the market. Now, they could be a high value person to you, and that's cool. But if we're talking about dating market, if you assume that person has a lot of options, or they're talking to a lot of people, or a lot of people want to talk to them, that's probably a high value. Like, and some of y'all be in the comments, oh, well, they got a bad personality, or what if they're doing this, or what if they, what if they, okay, just because, like, let's go back to the car example. I could go drive right now. Let me go buy like a Lamborghini. That cost me a lot of money. Now, was it functional? Did it make a lot of sense as far as maintenance is concerned? No. But it was still high value. It still cost me a lot to get it off the market. And a lot of people wanted it, but not a lot of people could get it. Didn't change the fact that maybe in practicality, that probably wasn't the best car for me, but it's still a high value car. Whether or not it's practical or not is a whole nother conversation. So and yeah, exactly. Pam's like, let's not even talk about the gas. 100%. Let's not even talk about gas. Let's not even talk about all the maintenance, all the other things. So again, I get back to the first part of the conversation, is that this whole high value conversation is keeping us separate. It's keeping us separate. It's keeping us from connecting, because there's a lot of delulu with men and women about where we fall in line. I'm just being honest. With men and women, I'm not, because a lot of people, Kevin Samuels built his platform. We talk a lot about how he talked to women, but he definitely talked to men too. Because there was men that were desiring women that were completely out of the realm of possibility, according to him. And he was right. He might not have said it nicely, but he was right. And I'm not saying, again, y'all, let's get these likes up, family. It's 310 people here. It's 137 likes. My goal is 250 likes. Let's get these likes up, family. Let's get these likes up. 250 likes. Come on. We only got 110 likes to go. If everybody in this thing clicks the like button one time, we've made it. If everybody clicks that like button one time, that's all I need from you. We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. And I want to thank everybody that donated. I don't know if I can see the donations or the questions, and I apologize. I'm not the best with answering. Like, I'm not great with this particular phone. Doing it from my phone is new. I don't. Somebody asked me, would I date atheists? No. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Give us tough love this year. I mean, and I thank you, John. I want to see how I can see all of these. Like, I want to see all. Because, John, I know you've contributed, and I don't know how to work this thing to thank everybody that contributed. 166 likes, y'all. Let's get these likes up, family. We just need less than 100 likes. We really just need 250 is the goal. But yeah, you guys, my whole point here is that through the music and through the things that are being put out to this space, to the world, through music. Like I said, music is a very powerful medium. I don't think we understand, and we underestimate the power of music and what we listen to. And I say the Black and brown community, but I feel like a lot of communities are obviously affected by if you listen to certain music or whatever. But the influences in that community, the music that's being put out is promoting an agenda of singleness. And then it doesn't help that we have social media, which makes us think that the grass is greener. And the grass only looks greener on the gram. Hate to break it to you. A lot of people are leaving quality relationships or prolonging getting into a quality relationship because they think the grass is greener, and it's not. You meet that girl off of the Explore page and find out it's not that deep. And you might have missed out on the good girl thinking that this other girl was it, and she wasn't. You know, that's just the reality. Is that a lot of the grass is not greener. Well, grass ain't always greener. Sometimes it is greener, right? I've been in relationships where the grass was greener. But a lot of times, even ladies that's watching me now, we'll be in quality relationships with men, or there'll be quality men that pursue us. And we over here looking at this guy that hasn't given you the time of day, but because he's on your Explore page and you have somewhat access to him, you don't want to settle down with a quality man that you have access to. And you think the grass is greener. So you try to shoot your shot with him and delaying and denying the guy that was actually for you, that made the most sense for you. What's needed is fixing what's reflected above all. I can see that. And so I think that social media makes it hard to settle. Makes it hard to be in our relationships, makes it hard to honor quality. No matter what we do, no matter how we do it, family, quality will always be rare. It is and always will be rare. So if you find somebody of quality, ladies and men, find somebody of quality, you hold on to that. You don't let that go. You don't let what you see on the gram distract you from quality. Because quality individuals will always be rare. Always. But I think that for me personally, my mission, especially this year, is to promote a different agenda. This agenda of single, hot girl summer, promiscuity. No, I'm promoting marriage. I'm promoting relationships. I'm promoting togetherness. I'm promoting unity. That's what I'm promoting. I'm promoting healthy relationships. I'm promoting those things. Why? I desire that for myself. I ain't gonna tell nobody how to have a healthy relationship or this is what you do to keep a marriage together, because let's be real, I haven't had that. Until I do it, I can't tell somebody else how to do it. That's just how I believe. That's what I believe. You know, but but what I will be promoting is that, because I desire that. That's the energy I want to put out here. I want everybody that's watching me to desire a relationship, to desire something in their lives, especially if they desire a connection. You know, we out here, we acting like, oh, and what I hate is that I see, on the internet space, like all these channels, like men going, doing their own thing and forget women. And we were created to be perfect complements. Yes, women do lack quality. And again, I'm saying it goes back down to the music in our culture. It 100% goes back down to that. But there are some quality left. And sometimes I think what some men fixate on is women that they may not be. I don't even know if I want to get into that, because that's a whole nother like 30 minutes, and I don't want to do that. Come on, y'all. Let's get to 250, y'all. 187. Come on, family. Somebody said, I didn't think I would ever get married, and I did. 10 years in, we wouldn't last without godly principles. I agree. And guys, money is not everything. Some guys think that money just takes you just... No, it don't. There's men that will come at me and they got money and they think I got to be attracted to you. Do I gotta look at you? I gotta like you as an individual. I gotta have some type of romantic feelings for you. Like I just can't. My body gotta want you. My body gotta want to do something. Like I can't. Money doesn't do that for me. It's like I think a lot of times, we overemphasize, or the internet spaces overemphasize money. Does money matter? I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but I do not want to convey that it is all that matters, because that's not true either. Yes, my body got a tingle to mingle, family. It got a tingle to mingle. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, cause so when the money is gone, what happens? Some of y'all be sitting here saying to me, "Oh, it's money, money, money." Okay, so when the money leaves, what happens? If she didn't like you before the money, the relationship is doomed. Cause what if something happens to the money? I don't want to speak death over whatever you have, but if you're only getting women off of what you have, when you lose what you have, what do you have then? You gotta learn. You gotta have somebody that like genuinely wants to be there for you. And here's the thing: I know that those are harder relationships. I'll be honest with you. Those are harder relationships to have, because when a woman wants you for you, she gonna expect more from you. It's easier. It's honestly, if you're a man with money, it's easier to be with a woman who's with you for money, because she just lets you do whatever and just take your money. She gonna stay. She gonna be there. As long as you giving her a check, she gonna be there. A woman that's there for more than money is gonna have expectations of you. She gonna have expectations of your behavior. And it's not as, oh, I don't know what her, a lot of people act like they won't know what a woman's motivations are. People can't hide that well. You guys are smart. Sometimes I feel like a lot of men, they're not looking at the signs. They don't want to see the signs. Like I can tell from a mile away, she don't want you for real. And I'll tell the guys that I coach, and they'll be like, really? I'm like, that was obvious. You just didn't want to see that. You just didn't want to see that, because a woman asking you for a cash app within the first 2 weeks of talking to you, that is a sign that she is not there for the right reasons. Woman's asking you for a shopping spree in the first couple of times meeting you. Yeah, there's a problem. There's a thorn in the bush. That's easy. Those are not, we don't have to, this is not like rocket science, family. If she's saying I can only be seen with you at a 5-star restaurant, if she's being women that like you and genuinely like you and want to be with you, they don't care where they meet you. And a 1% man, if that's how they'll meet you anywhere. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's like, oh, I need to meet you at this kind of restaurant, and we need to be doing this and a third. Okay, well, it's a no for me, dog. I'm just saying, women that like you, it don't matter where y'all eat at. I'm not saying, someone says, Sam, so Sam, you like a man for personality? I need to be attracted to him. That's what I said. I got to be, it's not all about looks, but looks is definitely a part of it. I got to be attracted to him. My body got to work. He's got to, and we got to be able to have conversations as well. So the looks thing is important for me. Personality does matter. His spirituality doesn't matter, as we already covered on this live. Like, you can't not believe what I believe. You got to be a man of good character. Got to be a man of good character. Has some integrity. And somebody is my friend. That someone I could be friends with. Like, I think that sometimes we focus a lot on romantic attraction, and that's important, and I value that. But you got to be my friend. We got to be able to have conversations outside of just, that we're attracted to each other. Like, can we have deeper communication? Like, I want, over time, you being fine and not me being fine ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I like you? Or is it like, once that fades, I don't like you as a person? No, I want to be able to like you. I think that matters more than loving somebody. I can learn to love anybody. It matters. Friendship matters. You know, I gotta like, and somebody said, women like packages, men. Women like packages. I was just telling somebody else this. Women are about packages. It's about a package. Somebody's like, well, I don't want to. What if they there for the wrong? There's certain, you have to understand, if women like packages, they do. That doesn't mean you have to give your package. No pun intended. You don't have to give money, or like, if you're a successful guy, you don't have to give money. They just got to know you got motion. That's a part of your package. You don't have to give allowance. You don't have to do any of that. Women like to know the package. They want to know what they're putting their investment in. Just like men want to know what they're putting their investment in. But men care a lot. I mean, women that are watching me, just being honest with you, they care a lot about looks. Men do. Undeniably. Y'all can say whatever. And I think that that a lot of people like to demonize women that look a certain way. I don't understand that, but hey, it's our culture. They like to demonize certain looking women, but looks are what matter a lot to men. And then other things fall in line with that. Like her personality, her character. If she talk about something, does she have motion? Is she somebody that I can bring around my family and I don't have to be embarrassed about what she's going to say? Like, I think that matters. I do think that natural matters to most men as well. I don't think we talk enough about that, but natural matters too. If you're more of a natural looking woman versus a woman that looks like you've got a lot of work done, I think that men value natural. I mean, there's a lot. Y'all, let's get these likes up, family. It's 208 likes. I'm not getting off the live until we get to 250. I'm not getting off the live until we get to 250. Somebody say yummy natural beauty is a top notch. I think, you know what, Antoine? I'll be honest with you. I have learned over time. Let's get these likes up, family. We just need, literally, we need 40 more. I think that a lot of men over time that I've learned, natural is way more important than I even realized. I didn't realize that. I also didn't realize how much looks matter. I think I was ignorant to that. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know. But natural is very important, I feel like, to a lot of men. More so than what we talk about. Very important. Because a guy will discount you real quick if he don't think you natural. Like, that's a real situation. But again, y'all, what is our culture promoting? They're not promoting natural. You see what I'm saying? It's like a contradiction. It's like the very things that bring us together, culture is promoting that to keep us apart. That's my whole point. And it's from the music to the influences. And I don't have no hate towards the young women that are doing their thing in our culture today. Like, I don't have no hate towards them. I don't have no problem with them. No beef with them. Like, they making money. This is what it is. My problem is when I think that now that agenda is being promoted so much to where it's becoming like our mainstream. Broken homes is our mainstream. And why do you think that? Why do you think they would like for black men to be seen as men that don't don't take care of their kids or to have multiple baby mamas or whatever. Why is that? Why do industries and corporations want or desire men that are married? Why is that easier to invest in? Because that's associated, look at research, is loyalty, trustworthiness, commitment, and it's an overall positive association. That is why married men make an average of 20% more than bachelors in their lifetime. So if I don't want to see you as a trustworthy person, if I don't want to see you as loyal or committed or disciplined, I'm going to promote an agenda that perpetuates a stereotype. Right? So if I don't want to see you as more than just this person, then I'm going to continue to promote something that keeps you in this box. Right? And so now the Steph Currys of the world or LeBron Jameses of the world or the Obamas of the world, they become token. Because now it's like, well, these are, black and brown men that they're married. Oh my gosh. You don't see that often. And now it's celebrated because we don't commonly see in popular media men being married and being successful. But here's the thing. They're not just successful. They're wildly successful. They have businesses and corporations. LeBron's still playing basketball, but he's already a billionaire. Why? Because he's smart. He had a family. He understood that in order to not only be successful on the court, but off the court, I need to have a family. And I need to have a solid family. Steph, same thing. A solid family. I give LeBron a little bit more credit because I feel like he didn't necessarily come from that. He made a decision. And I think he made a good decision, but I also feel like he made a business decision. I'm going to be married. I'm going to have this family. I'm going to do this way. Because guess what? It's for corporations, for he's executive producing projects we don't even know about. He's got his hand in new NBA teams. He's literally making decisions. Even in the NBA now, people can say whatever they want to say about him. He's a wildly powerful man. The reason why he was able to do it, a lot of it is because he was a family man, because he was seen as that. Unfortunately, even when they were talking about different guys that they're talking about being, up and coming in the face of the league, a lot of these guys that aren't married or they can't commercialize them the same way. And the problem with our society, our issue, is that we don't see beneath the smoke. Why don't they want you to be married? Why are we pushing this propaganda to keep hypersexualizing our black and brown women and hypersexualizing our black and brown men? Why is that? Why are we doing that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's to perpetuate a stereotype that's been going on since slave days. Maybe that's it. Where they would put the women that they would find they were traveling over on the ships and everything like that, and how they would treat black and brown women that were coming over to be slaves, like some circus animals. What we doing now, though? We're doing the same daggone thing. But now we call it empowerment. Is it? The reality is the powers that be in our world are married. They are. Now, y'all can be mad about it. Y'all can say, oh, well, I want my money. Billionaires. Look at Jeff Bezos. Let's just take him, for example. Jeff Bezos is a billionaire. He got more money than probably everybody on the slide put together times 3. The man got out of a marriage and is about to get married again. Why do you think that is? Because he understands the power of marriage. That man got more to protect than anybody on this live. He understands the power of that daggone ring. I was dating a guy before, and I remember him telling me, I can't wait to get married. I said, why? He said, because once you put that ring on and you go into these business meetings and these corporations, they look at your ring finger. They look at your ring finger. I was like, they do? He's like, yeah, they look at your ring. They want to see whether you're married. And that he couldn't wait to walk into those rooms as a married man because he understood that being married would give him the power to close deals he couldn't as a single man. Because corporations looked at that, as Pam said, as less of a liability. But what's being perpetuated to y'all is, no, be single, be promiscuous, be undisciplined. Yeah, just go have lots of kids by lots of baby mamas, for sure. Yeah. That's empowerment. Yeah. That's exactly what you should do. No. That's what they want you to do because they want to see you that way. Because it perpetuates the stereotype they've been trying to put on the Black and brown community from the very beginning. You're not trustworthy, you're not committed, and then you're not loyal, and you're not disciplined. That's what's been trying to be said about you this whole time. So why wouldn't they put that subliminal messaging in the music? Why wouldn't they have women acting up? Let's be very clear. Women acting up. Compromising our own dignity for likes on the gram. Wouldn't that just be furthering their own messaging? Playing into the agenda. Because we're essentially selling our soul for $1. That's what we're doing. Selling our soul for $1. Oh, I made 30 million off of OnlyFans. You have podcasts where our young women, our Black and brown women, young women are talking about being passed around and going to different places and sleeping with men and getting the bag for it. That's what we bragging about. We're having domestic violence relationships on the internet. We're having breakups on the internet. We're airing our dirty laundry for the world to see, acting like that's empowerment. That's not empowerment. That's disempowerment. We're now just entertainment. Playing into the agenda. And we act like it's empowerment. It's not empowerment, family. It's disempowerment. And some of y'all come on here, y'all ask me about OnlyFans. Here's the thing. I have much easier ways to make money. There's a lot of ways I could be on here instead of me doing this YouTube thing or doing whatever I got to do. I'm a clinician full time. I have a platform on 4 different Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm thankful that I make money from those platforms, or I've been able to create an income from those platforms. I have a podcast. I thank God for all the places that God has been able to develop me and continues to develop me in. There are easier ways to make money, but the reason why I don't do it that way is because first of all, my fathers. Number one, my fathers. My dad and my stepdad Two men that raised me, two strong men that raised me. And I know that if I ever made a decision like that, it would just destroy them. My family. Y'all think it's funny and it's a game, but it's not. There are, trust me, much easier ways for me to make money. I choose not to because of integrity. I definitely could make it a different way. Number two, I have a daughter. I have a daughter that is watching me. And I already know she's got enough influences that can lead her down a rabbit hole. I want to be a different kind of influence in this world. Not more of what she already has seen or will see. So the reality, my whole point of this live, family, is that we have to think deeper. We got 5 more likes, family, 5 more likes. Five more, or 1 more like, really. I want to end with this. My whole point of this entire live is for you guys to understand that is much deeper. There's a bigger, much deeper agenda than what we're actually identifying in today's world. When we listen to this music, when we see these influences, when we're seeing our men and the women that are being hypersexualized for our entertainment, the reason our Black and brown women, that's happening, this single agenda is happening for a much deeper reason. It's not just, oh, I want to protect my assets and my money. No, the people that have the power are married. They're not in broken homes. The people that have the power, the most married people got the most money. Look it up. Look up who's got the most, what race has the most money, and look up what race is the most married. You will see the correlation. You will also see, if you look up, what percentage of millionaires and billionaires are married. It's a very high percentage. Why? There's a reason for that. But yet the agenda that's being promoted to us is to stay single. And if you understand anything that works in this world, you understand who has the money has the power. I don't want to belabor this point, family, but I'm probably going to continue this because I want us to have power. And I want us to just listen blindly to what is being sold to us. I want us to think deeper. Sometimes it's easier just to believe what people tell you, but you have to think deeper. Your lineage, the kids that are to come after you, it's dependent upon you. Let's not continue to raise a generation of broken homes. Let's not give them something else to talk about. Let's start becoming stable. Let's start becoming stronger. Let's start having generational wealth. Let's start having some real power and having some real say. Let's stop choosing degenerate ways to be. And so for me personally, I'm passionate about it. And so I'm definitely, I know that this year I'm speaking that. I can't say that to you guys and not prioritize that for myself. So I said to you earlier, I'm open to love in a different way in 2025. You know, I see it differently now. And I'm going to continue to speak about this. And, you know, again, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't think everybody needs to get married, or everybody needs that, or everybody this, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we got to be above the influence. I'm saying that we gotta start thinking about what we're thinking about what we're listening to, thinking about what's actually going on versus just, oh, everything's great. Everything's fine. It's wonderful. And here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with living your life in a positive mindset. I think it's different when you're living your life ignorant of what's actually going on. That's different. You can live, I'm living it positively. I think that there's beautiful things that are going to happen this year. I'm believing for doors to open. I'm believing for so many beautiful things to happen in my life. I'm positive, but I'm still aware. We got to be aware, you know? And so that's it. So anyway, y'all, I'm jumping off. I don't mean to ruffle no feathers, but I want to thank every single person on here for coming on this live. I will be going live again on Wednesday night. I will be covering or reacting to a video I saw of a podcaster that was speaking about his fiance. They have a podcast together. And so I'm going to react to that video. And so you guys don't want to miss that. I'm going to give my honest feedback. It might make some people mad. Okay? All right, family. I love y'all. I'm glad to be back. I'm happy to be back into the swing of things. I will see you guys on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love y'all. I'll see you guys soon.